Ningaloo Coast is a World Heritage Site. Ningaloo Reef is a 260-kilometer reef and stretching around the west coast of Australia. And here we are snorkeling around it near Exmouth in Cape Ridge National Park. This is a guitar shark. We saw it straight from the shore, just jumped into the water. They're really rare to see. It was really cool to see it just in the sand. Then we went snorkeling. This is in Turquoise Bay, which is along the shore in Cape Ridge Park. First thing we saw when we dropped in the water was this very nice big ribbon-tail ray. And then around was all these corals, and under the corals we found a very big cod just hanging around. And on the other side of this cod is actually a turtle. So it was a big ray, a cod, and a turtle, all just on a snorkel in 2 meters of water. It's kind of difficult to keep the shot very straight because we're snorkeling and not diving, but here's the turtle zooming away from that coral. Here is the cod going. And then we saw a couple of the white tip sharks. This one is just swimming, and then these two were kind of like sleeping and getting cleaned under the boomy. Here they are again. It's really quite spectacular, again in 2-3 meters of water in Turquoise Bay. And then we went to this place called Oyster Stacks, still all along the shore in the Cape Ridge Park. And these are these big stacks of where oysters used to live, and there is loads of fish around them now, not so many oysters. So the fish is all kinds of fish cleaning the coral and then getting cleaned themselves. Here's a little parrotfish getting cleaned by the cleaner fish. And this is a cool looking blue triggerfish. I have never seen one of that color in other places. Then we saw some turtles, and the corals actually were not too bad because apparently in the Ningaloo side, because the water is cooler, it doesn't really get bleached as much as it does on the east coast. And then we saw this lawn tom, which was eating probably one of its younger relatives. You can see how like the smaller fish is in the mouth of the bigger fish, and he's kept twisting back and forth. And here, sometime later, you can see how most of the fish has already got pushed through into the mouth of the bigger fish, and then he just finished it. So it's quite spectacular snorkeling in 2-3 meters of water around Exmouth on Ningaloo Reef, and there is more at divingmo.com. Thanks.